So, what if a warning, a really old one, written 2,000 years ago, was actually meant for us? Like right now, today? That's what we're digging into here. We're going to unpack a message from a source that claims we're living in a pretty significant biblical moment, connecting the dots all the way from an ancient text to the present day. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so the message kicks off with this really startling line, pulled straight from scripture. It is the last time. Whoa. That's a phrase that just lands with some serious weight, right? It immediately makes you feel this sense of urgency. But the big question is, what does that actually mean for us, today? And yeah, that's really the heart of it all. How on earth does a warning that's 2 millennia old get applied to our world, to the 21st century? So let's break down the logic here, step by step, and see how the speaker makes their case. All right, first things first. To really get what this argument is all about, we've got to go back to the beginning. We're going to start right where the speaker does, with the origin of the warning itself. Okay, just look at this time jump. It's huge. We're talking around 90 AD. The Apostle John writes that it's the last time. But fast forward to today, and the speaker basically amps that up, saying we are now in the last of the last times. So for them, you see, this isn't some dusty old history lesson. No, this is a live event, and it's unfolding right now. So if this really is the last time, then the prophecy says there has to be some kind of opposing force, right? And the source we're looking at gives it a very specific name, the spirit of the Antichrist. So what exactly is that? Let's see how they define it.
Well, the source gives a really precise theological definition here. It's not about a single person, with horns and a pitchfork. It's about a specific spiritual influence. And the key thing is, it's a spirit that denies the central Christian belief that Jesus actually came to earth in the flesh as a human being.
And this is how they break that idea down even further. According to the speaker, this opposing spirit isn't new. It's been at work for a long time, for centuries, always trying to pull people away from Christ. But here's the crucial part. It's not just one thing. The source says there are many antichrists out there, basically a whole lot of different versions of this spirit, all active in the world right now. Okay, so all of this brings up a pretty big question, kind of a logical problem that the speaker actually tackles head on. If this warning was given 2,000 years ago, what's with the wait? Why the long delay?
And yeah, the source doesn't shy away from this. They actually ask the skeptical question a lot of people might be thinking, hey, you say Christ is coming, but he never seems to show up. It's an acknowledgement of that tension, that feeling you get from a 2,000-year-old prophecy about the last time that hasn't, happened yet.
And the answer they give? Well, it's not about a delay at all. It's about purpose. The speaker says the return is being held back as an act of mercy. So, in this view, that 2,000-year wait isn't proof that the prophecy is wrong. Not at all. It's framed as an act of incredible divine compassion. The speaker argues this whole extended period is a window of opportunity. It's a chance for more people to find salvation because, as they put it, God doesn't want you to get lost. Okay, so we've got the warning and we've got this explanation of divine mercy. So what's the takeaway? What are we supposed to do with all this? Well, the message builds right up to a very direct, very urgent call to action. The speaker lays out a super clear 4-step path. First, you have to seriously think about it. Consider and count the cost. Then come 3 acts of faith. You have to be willing to make a personal sacrifice, to pick up your cross. Then you have to actively commit to follow him. And finally, you just have to ask for salvation directly. And this whole call to action is wrapped in that same urgency we heard at the beginning. It's a plea to do something now, while there's still a chance. It really hammers home the idea that this period of mercy, even though it's been long, isn't going to last forever.
And then, at the very end, the whole tone just shifts completely. It goes from this stern warning and this urgent call to action to a moment of blessing. It's a really dramatic change.
Yeah, the speaker doesn't end with more doom and gloom. They end with a prayer. It's a really powerful switch, right? Going from explaining this end times prophecy to offering a blessing of life for right here, right now. It's one final appeal for the listener's salvation and their well-being. So what we've just walked through is one really powerful example of how an ancient text can be brought into the modern world. And it kind of leaves us with a bigger question to chew on, doesn't it? How do these prophetic messages continue to shape not just what people believe in their hearts, but what they actually do out in the world today?